Okay, here's what we've got. We've got this side's all delay unit, and this side is an input and outputs with a couple things. We've got a modulated filter and a modulated oscillator, and we have the same. This is the Vajra Dentata. We have the output over here, and we have two CV controls. It's similar. One goes to the delay and one goes up here to the modulation up here. We have, but this on this one we have an input here that you can plug. I've got this. You can plug a microphone into it, plug anything into it. I've got this little Yamaha keyboard run into it. And so when you turn it on, let's see. Okay, this is the input, this is the output. Now what you can do, as far as the inputs and the outputs go, you can use it two ways. I mean, you can use this side, run something into it and run something out to an amp, and then use this side. It has an input. Run in and use this and run it out and use it on a totally different device. Or you can run the unit into itself by taking the output here and run it back into the delay unit over here. So I'm coming in here, back out, and back into it. But you can also just run into it here and then go out to the amp alone. So I'm coming in with the patch cord in here. I'm coming out here on the side. Now, this top switch is the main off and on for this panel. As a light comes on. Now you have a knob here. The first knob here is an oscillator. Now, it's still on for some reason. Now you've got a filter. I'm running through the unit here. So I'm playing the keys. You can hear the filter. These control the filter. This is the resonance, two bottom knobs. This is the pitch of the filter, high and low. Then this knob on the right is the resonance. Now, these modulate the filter. So now as I'm playing the organ, it's running through the filter and being modulated. So what this does though, this is the speed of the modulation. It goes in coordinates with the light. The light speeds up as it modulates it. Now, the thing is though, this is the pitch of the modulator. You have to turn it down for it to modulate. If you turn it all the way up, it won't modulate it because it's already all the way up because it moves up and down. So you have to turn it down to get to modulate. Then you adjust it by this speed here. And that's what the second knob down is. Turns on the modulator on the filter. This knob here above speeds it up, slows it down with that LED. But you can't turn it all the way up. Now you can adjust the resonance while it's modulated on the second knob. There's only two knobs down this bottom row and the rest are all plugs. So you can get that change the resonance. You can bring it up a little bit brighter. If you bring it all the way up, it won't. You have no place to move, so you got to lower it down. Same thing as the pitch is modulating a pitch on a delay unit. It's got to be at the bottom, so it'll pitch it up to the top. It'll speed it up. Now, the next one is the light on this side, and this was this here is these three are for the filter. This light, this, and that. This one is on the. It's on the oscillator. Modulation on the oscillator with, right below it is oscillator modulation speed. Got to kind of tweak it to get it just right. Then you can get that's basically the controls on that. Now over here on this unit we have your it's a little different than the other ones. Your inputs on this side, your outputs over here. You got this turns on the VCA inside. No, this turns on the VCA. This turns on the VCA, which you've got an input level. You got a yellow light underneath your input level to set your VCA's on. And this is an amplifier inside that amps the digital delay, that amps the signal going into the digital delay unit inside it. So if you turn this knob down, then signal won't be coming into it. If you turn it up, you can adjust it. Sometimes signal's too harsh. You need to take a little bit off of it. You need to chill it out. So what this knob does here, this first knob on the side, turns on the VCA. This is the output. You know, the input knob is going to be located above the input plug. The output is above the output plug. And you can bring that up. That'll allow more signal to come into the delay. This will stop the signal inside of it. So if you're too harsh for your amp or something that you're going out to, you can tone it down if it's crowding your amp. And then this knob up here turns on the delay unit itself. And so here's the output. I can just quickly turn the output down to shut off so I can talk. Let's see. Let's run the keys. See if I can get the keyboard run into it. We'll run the keyboard into it. You can run a microphone into it, whatever you want there. Now, let's see. It's kind of course, not very long. Now then, so and also then the center unit. This is the modulation. What we have here is we have a switch, and you get your blue light flashing. Your center knob is the modulation speed, and of course this modulator is also can be ran off the this modulator that can be ran off the CV. So this is this middle knob in the middle panel. You've got a top panel here with Robot Monster on it, and then you've got the middle panel with 3 knobs on it, and this one is your speed on it. And these 2 knobs on the side are how much, the depth of how much the modulation affects it. So if you turn it all the way down, your modulator is not going to work at all. So you have to have these up, and you have to experiment with those. But if it's these are turned down all the way, and your modulator is not going to work. So you have to make sure these up, because these will actually cut the modulator off. I'll demonstrate. You can hear the whistle it's making. It's reduced. The bottom row, there's 4 knobs. First one is pitch of the delay, up and down, the speed of the delay, and the amount of, from high, fast repeats to long, slow repeats. pitch on it. The second one is the echo amount. If you turn it down, you won't have any delay. And if you turn it, and you got to tweak it just right, almost, start at the top and move back. If you say something into it, it's delay, and you turn it all the way to the right, it'll act as an infinite hold, and it'll just continue to loop and loop and loop what you say, and then you can speed it up and down. The next one is a delay. It turns off and on the delay. If it's not turned all the way to the right, your delay will be off, period. So if your delay's not working, make sure that you've got this one turned all the way to the right. It turns on the echo, period. It's being turned all the way on. And the last button over here is a mix, and it kind of mixes between your input signal, what you're putting into it, and your delay. And if you're having troubles getting, this is something you need to adjust to as you're trying to hear how things sound when you're putting stuff into it. And basically that's all of the stuff on it. So